Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another one on the channel. Surprise, I am actually not dead, and I am here making a video. To the surprise of absolutely everyone. But I got another request, so I figured I'd get back into it. From F709, flat 3, div 3, in threes, and is a little bit confused about positioning. So we're going to take a look at one of his replays and kind of go over his positioning and help him out with that a little bit. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to recommend is that right when you get to about here, you want to flip. And then that flip will take you to about here. And that whole time you're flipping, you're not going to be boosting. That flip will take you to right about here. You'll start boosting. You'll start turning in just like you did. And if we take a look here, you can see your hit mark is right here on the ball. We want that to be right here in the middle of it. And then you want to flip this direction. And that's going to help you win your kickoffs a little bit harder. You'll get there a lot faster if you're flipping. So I do like that you chose to turn away with this. What I would recommend that you do is to take yourself into the middle, into space over here, so that your teammate can go up here and hopefully get something that comes across and you're there for it. That is 100% something that your teammate should have left. The only reason you didn't score is because he hit you. I can't really say that's your fault. I do like what you're doing here, and I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but I'm going to point it out anyway. Is on your back rotation, you came from this direction, you came up over here, and you came to the back post, and that puts yourself in the best possible position to defend a shot that's coming from over here somewhere, because even, I mean, if it goes here, you got it, you know. Whereas if you come up here and the shot goes back here, then it's going to cause an issue for you. So you do good to do that, and whether that's on purpose or not, I just wanted to emphasize it to make sure you continue to do it. And one good thing to do on that route is to pick up, you did grab this one. I would say on that route you grab these 3 pads, turn around, you should have plenty of boost. But your teammate wins a challenge, and nothing I said matters. So, my little trick for you here is, what I like to do in this position is I turn a tad bit wider and I grab this boost. Boosting the whole time, and then I diagonally dodge, and that takes you about perfectly from here to into that boost. If you do a diagonal dodge, drive a little bit wider, grab the boost, do a diagonal dodge, kind of be flickering your ball cam to pay attention to what's going on the kickoff, and yeah, be a little bit more aware. You'll get the boost a little faster. Good solid hit though. One big thing that you want to do in threes is when you do make up your mind to go, you want to rotate to the far side. So instead of this half flip, if you're going to rotate out, just turn to the right here and drive around so that you go, just kind of grow over here. If you have time, you kind of read the situation. If you have time, you go to their corner boost and steal it, and then come back around into this area and you'll be the third man in that rotation there. And that'll keep you boosted up, and then you keep pressure on the other team. Now, in the situation where potentially your teammate doesn't get a good clear, or I'm sorry, the other team gets a good clear, and you need to get back faster, you can just take this route. You don't go, get the boost or whatever. Just find yourself, some of these pads along the way back. Maybe grab this back corner boost and get to that back post rotation. Assuming that they got like a really strong clear out of this situation, then because the ball is right about here, maybe it bounces into the wall and comes out. This is how you want to get back. You don't want to get back by rotating into where your teammates are. You're just going to add confusion in there. But again, you do well to kind of go to the far post, but just start doing that a little bit sooner. And here, this is your teammate not rotating properly. He should go back behind you, and this should be yours. And this would have worked out just fine. But because of the way he chose to go, he left you too far forward and the net wide open. So there's not a whole lot you can do to make him make better decisions. Good solid hit. Unfortunate bumps. Smart touch to try to get something to the middle or, unexpected. I like the ambition to go for this. One thing that should hopefully help you out a lot with your aerials is to just be confident. So you kind of get up and you flutter and you're going really slow and you're just kind of making your way there. So what you want to do is put confidently in your mind that the ball is going to be right here in the air. And you jump to go here. Don't jump to try to kind of find where the ball is going to be. Jump to where you know the ball is going to be. Obviously, at the beginning, you're not going to know quite perfectly. But my point is that you want to make a direct path with speed to where the ball is, so that you're not kind of floating really slow like that. And, that'll benefit you. The sooner you get ready to do that, the sooner you'll start ranking up, especially in threes, at high contended balls. Here, you absolutely do not want to turn around. Both of your teammates are in front of the ball with no boost. You don't want to challenge at all. Even if you did turn a little bit, don't dive in, because they are in no position to help you if you miss, and you do. So what you want to do in a position like that is just kind of give a fake challenge, or really just run and get boost, and so you can make a better challenge. And then again here, I get that it's kind of a panic moment, but you're rotating on the same side as the ball. You want to rotate on the opposite side of the field from where the ball is as often as you can, so that you don't confuse anyone or get in the way or anything. Getting a little bit of lag in your server, it appears. Pulled through, made a good play. Again, we want to flip that kickoff in the manner that I talked about at the beginning of the game. did good to get to the back post, but what I want you to focus on is taking your ball cam off. Like flickering ball cam. Take it on, off, on, off. So you're paying attention to what's happening to the ball, but you're also looking around at where all the boost pads are. So you can go get them, so that when you get to this spot, you don't have 0. Find some little boost pads. Dodge. You know, when you don't have boost, the easiest way to get it is to get your momentum up. Because the biggest disadvantage you have with no boost is that you can't get to the boost before someone else who does. So if you flip and get your momentum up, pick up small pads, whatever, you can get more boost the more momentum you keep. So that's a big thing you should focus on as well, is just playing as fast as you feel comfortable all the time. Be supersonic as often as possible. Be flipping every time that it is smart to, which I would have to get into explaining. Here, it's a strong clear. You flip away. Your teammate should have been challenging pretty much this entire time. And then when he finally made up his mind to do it, you were in front of him. So let's kind of take a look at him here. So you're both just driving away. And then he puts himself behind you in rotation. So, you know, he's further from the ball. You both have practically no momentum. You both turn at exactly the same time. You both go, basically, at the same time. So, basically, as soon as this ball bounced up the wall there, Dark Wolf should have been going for it. But he didn't. So he put himself behind you, and at this point, Dark Wolf can see you. He knows you're there, so he should not be going for it. It should be yours to challenge, which you do good to turn and start to challenge, but then he challenges too. And that just, yeah. There's not much you can do to clean up the rotational mistakes of someone else in that situation. Just kind of playing patient, sitting back. I like it. As soon as the opportunity is gone, you're recycling. I like that. Your teammate is making no effort to get back here. I could see, actually, you kind of thought there for a second that he was leaving, and I could see why. And then he half rotates in front of you, or tries to. Challenges at the same time as you. Luckily, he got a piece of it, or it'd be trouble. And then this one, it's difficult to explain, and you just start to get these feelings eventually. Is what you should have been paying attention to. This is not necessarily your fault, but your teammate Dark Wolf turned around. If he turned around and your other teammate is right there next to him, one challenge is getting past him, and they're both right there. So what you need to do is recognize that threat and leave, because they have made a mistake and you need to be careful. So you go back, and even if you had gone back as soon as that mistake happened, you probably still would have struggled to get there. But you want to be trying to read that situation. I can certainly see why you're confused in the rotations. And honestly, I think it's because everyone is. It's just part of being, you know, a newer player. trying to figure out how to play faster, how to play better, you know? Then stuff like that happens. I don't mind it because you hit it, but one thing that I would recommend that you try to learn is to, in situations where the ball is near the wall and it's going to go very high, try driving up the wall and boosting. It'll give you the ability to save a dodge to hit the ball with, because you're going to jump off the wall and hit it instead of jumping off the ground. And it'll put you, you know, it'll use a little less boost, gives you a dodge to hit the ball harder. Something to work on. Not that what you did was bad, but there are better options. That's a little bit of a mistake, but it happens. See if I could give you any tips on how to line it up a little bit better. So one thing I do want to point out is you have all the space you could possibly want right here, which does not happen much in threes. So I would say, even though you don't have a ton of boost, all three of them are running away. So if you take a soft little touch over to that boost and over here, you'll find yourself with 100 boost and control of the ball, which is something that's pretty hard to come by in threes. So I would take advantage of that if I could. Alright, apparently we're in director. And then it is kind of difficult to read situations as you're coming up in the ranks. But basically, you just gotta be aware. You gotta pay attention to your nameplates and such. One of the biggest things here is how far forward your teammate is. That the one that's not hitting the ball. They're very far forward, which means that your obligation is to defend. And he's going to hit this forward, and it's probably going to get stuffed right back because of how many opponents are very close to where he's hitting it. Like, the best thing your teammate who's coming back towards your net could do is hit it back towards your net. So in any situation here, you don't want to turn around. I mean, it's essentially a cluster of people jumping at a ball, and it's hard to tell exactly what's going to happen, but you want to be as safe as possible and protect your net. I do like the confidence to go up off the wall and hit that. Got a good hit on it. Not a bad challenge. What I would love to see here is a wave dash. Jump off that wall, wave dash on the ground. And then you wave dash immediately after I say that. That's funny. This is quite a cluster of people here. You do well to get it out, but I would say in this situation, just settle for that touch, turn around, drive down the wall. Be careful. Especially 20 seconds left, game tied. You don't really have access to boost too quickly. Very strong, solid clear. Just let the ball die on 0 seconds. I like you kind of looking around, establishing where the boost is, going and getting it. I would be flipping more here. Keep your momentum up a little higher. You know, the faster you move, the faster you can get to the ball compared to someone else. Wow, what a touch. Okay, here, you don't want to turn around immediately. You can kind of hear it in your headset that your teammate is right there. You don't want to turn around. You want to get behind him. You want to support him. You want to cover the back of the net because he's going to cover the front of it. That was almost bad. Good hit. It seems like you just kind of lack a little bit of confidence in your aerials. It's always just kind of jump and then like think about it a lot and boost, you know, a little bit for some reason instead of, you know, constant boosting. Just work on that aerial confidence that you're going to know where the ball is. You're going to hit it hard, you know, that kind of stuff. Your ground clears are pretty strong. Very smart in this situation to be this far back. Both of your teammates are too far forward and struggling for boost, flipping back. So you do well to just get really far back, get a pinch out, even save 40 boost so that you don't need to go get more boost. You did very well there to kind of bail out the team. It's a difficult read, I understand missing it. And it is, at this level, probably the best decision to not have challenged them. So that was good. The read off the wall is obviously going to be a hard thing for you to do, but good strong hit again. Your ground hits are very good. And here, I know he did just score it and win the game and blah, 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 blah. But if I was you, you should be flipping forward, boosting to support your teammate. He is going 1v3 right now. You know, what if he doesn't score? What if one of them gets a crazy touch and it stops on the line? You want to be the first one to get to that. So you want to be rushing up there. You got your teammate behind you, you know? So the first thing I want to talk about is kind of your pace in general. I understand that, you know, you're a plat. You're still kind of newish to the game. But you want to be focusing on getting yourself, you know, a little more speed. I'll layer in like a clip of me playing some threes next to you or like something, I don't know, just so you can kind of give yourself something to go for. I'm not saying I'm the best player in the world, but you just want to kind of take an example here. Look at the pace that things happen. You know, you want to be reading ahead in the game. You want to, you know, not be a reactionary player. Don't react to what's going to happen. Know in your head what's going to happen and be ahead of it. In order to be the first one to the ball all the time, you want to be going as fast as you can. You want to always be picking up the small boost pads. You want to be going for the big boost pads as little as you possibly can because you're so full on boost from all the little ones. Your rotation was not actually that bad. I think probably 3 of the 4 goals I would say were pretty solidly your teammates' fault. Not to say that you couldn't have done anything better, but to say that it was a difficult situation for you because of what they did in their rotations. But I think that's something that you will just kind of find at this level, is that you're all just kind of learning, you know, and you got to be patient and figure out what works, and it takes time. But anyway, I know you said in your email you just hit diamond for the first time, so congratulations on that. And I hope this helps you continue to push forward and get better. Again, if you have any questions for me, you can always message me on Discord and I can help you out there. To any of you who did watch this, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace.